Hey guys, Jill here from Ask a Vet Tech. Today, Zeus and I are going to talk to you about why time change affects pets and what you can do to help him be more comfortable during this transition. The first thing I want to talk about is the routine disruption. These guys get stuck on a schedule from the time you wake up in the morning until you guys go to bed. He knows what time he's supposed to be fed. If he's not fed on that time, he gets kind of grumpy. He gets pushy. You'll walk past him on the couch and he'll reach out and swipe you. They know their routine better than you do. They need consistency in their life, and when the time changes, that breaks up the consistency that they're used to. For dogs, feeding, walking, change of routine, the time you go to work, the time you get home, all of that changes for them. Right, buddy? And if you do nothing to prepare in advance, the time changes, but their routine never did, and so they don't understand why they're being fed later or earlier if it's in the spring. They don't really like change. Dogs will beg for food sooner or later than they normally do during a time change. The cats are still going to wake you up early in the morning by walking across your chest to get what they want. This guy didn't get this fat by missing any meals. Right, buddy? When cats' routines are disrupted, they often get early morning zoomies, and you can't understand why. You're like, go to sleep. You got extra time to sleep in. All they know is that their time has been disrupted. They're often more vocal about not having their food when they want it. Pets that take medication on a scheduled routine, this can really disrupt them if you just automatically give their medication an hour later or an hour earlier, whatever the time change frame is. Medication and timing is important in my household because my dog Charlie takes heart medication and my dog Zero takes seizure medication. So changing up the time for them to get their important life-saving medication would be a really big deal if I didn't start prepping sooner. Other life-sustaining medications that I would think about would be insulin for diabetes, heart meds, and seizure meds because precision and timing really do matter with those meds. Heading into the time change, if you're not sure what to do, it's a good idea to call your veterinarian and have a conversation with them, asking them how they would prefer you to adjust this medication. Some people keep it on the exact same routine and you just adjust the time that you give it. Other people like to keep the same time frame, so they adjust the medication. But speaking to your veterinarian about it is super important, and make sure that you follow what they tell you to do. These are life-saving medications. Now, stuff like heartworm medication or flea and tick medication, not a big deal. Sleep and behavior changes come around when the time change comes as well. Just like us humans, a time change really messes with your beauty sleep. You might notice clinginess, whininess, and pacing, and just not knowing what to do with themselves. Pets can act off for about a week or so, until they start to adjust to the new time. Feeding and digestion can definitely become messed up when the time changes. With an hour change in the feeding schedule, you could disrupt your pet's digestive system, causing them to have bloating, gas, diarrhea, or even just cramping. Changing their mealtime also changes their elimination routine, meaning that they are going to need to go out and go potty after this time of them eating, which is later in the day. Make sure you offer enough potty breaks to adjust them to the new schedule and the new routine. Daylight savings time was originally created around the World War I era. It was brought forth to save fuel and energy by extending the daylight hours for work. Fun fact, daylight savings time is not a worldwide thing. It is mostly northern countries further away from the equator that use this. When daylight savings time changes, so does the hours that it's light out. Meaning that your pet is going to have to use the bathroom outside in the dark. Maybe walks have to take place after dark. As far as the darkness that comes with daylight savings time, it's a good idea to make sure that all pathways are lit. Make sure that the area that they go often, they can see where they're going. This is especially important for older pets because as they age, their eyesight diminishes a little bit and seeing at night is really hard for them. Walking a dog in low visibility is a risk because it's hard for others to see. Making sure that they have a lighted collar or a reflective vest, or making sure that you walk only where it's lit is good for safety's sake. If you have a headlamp, that is really helpful too, because then you can see what's going on around your pet as well. Now, with the daylight savings time and your pet being out after hours, the chances of running into wildlife increase, meaning skunks are out more, raccoons, coyotes, deer, and if you live in Michigan like me, porcupines. All of those animals present their own set of risks for your dog or your cat. Most of all, be patient with your pet because this is a routine change for them and you. Make sure that whatever you do to adjust the time change for them, it works for both of you. If you have dogs and cats in the home, remember that it takes cats a little bit longer to adjust to a time change or new routine than it does dogs. Dogs are a lot more easygoing with the flow kind of thing. But cats have a strict routine, and that's what they like to do. So when you disrupt it, you know how that goes. We don't own our cats own us. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed this video today. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them below, and I'd love to hear from you. So in conclusion, we've talked about the reasons why it happens, what can be done about it, and how you should change the routine to help your pet get through this transition. Adding in a few extra snuggles and cuddles or walks, and maybe adding in some new toys or a puzzle bowl to help with the transition is always appreciated by your pets. If you want more access to me and more of my content, I do offer a membership. The link will be down below in the description. Feel free to join me over there and pick up any of the members only content. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, I'm here for you, you're here for your pets. Have a great day.